In NBA 2K17, there was a prelude, and the prelude allowed us to be able to start early on our My Career before the release, test the game out, play some of the My Career, and actually transfer it to the story. The community responded very positively. Everybody liked the prelude, everybody liked the demo. It wasn't too much, but you at least got a taste. People would play that prelude and demo at least 15 to 20 times before the game actually dropped. And we got to look at the builder. We got to play around with the My Player builder. It gave people a chance to get a feel of what they're going to do when it come out, and it gave a chance for new potential customers to test the game out and possibly buy it if they want to finish out their My Career and they liked what they saw. They liked the gameplay mechanics. If they didn't like it, they wouldn't buy it, but majority of people who end up playing the prelude ended up purchasing the game. They continue this in NBA 2K18. NBA 2K18 was the same thing. They brought the prelude out early, gave us a My Career trailer, and in the My Career trailer, they announced that there will be a demo a week before the release. And once again, the community liked it. YouTubers loved it. They got a chance to make early content for the potential customers of NBA 2K. Potential customers who even didn't watch YouTubers still played it on their own. Once again, played this a bunch of times, played that My Career games a bunch of times, was in 2KU understanding the dribble dynamics to see if it's worth the purchase. A lot of people end up buying 18, although it may have not been a popular game in the long run. NBA 2K19 came out with a demo also with the same style. You seeing the trend here. They did this for multiple years and we all looked forward to it. It was a big deal. We knew the demo would come out so we can test the game before we decided to buy. And once again, all these demos were limited to a degree, but we at least got to experiment and test it out. In NBA 2K20, they also dropped a prelude/demo. And in there, once again, not only did you get a chance to play a few quick matches, you got a 2KU where they taught you how to play the game, and you can go in and make your builds. Once again, this is very popular with the community. They can go in, make builds. YouTubers will go in, make builds. People post their builds on Twitter. People had like a whole week to go into the builder and understand it. And then when the game dropped, all the focus was on park and gameplay. It was no longer on builds, it was on park, gameplay, and how do these builds all play in the park. You got a taste of the gameplay with the quick play. You got a taste of the dribbling with the 2KU. People will find glitchy moves and all that, and then you can find your own build names in the builder. And this is what the community wanted. NBA 2K21 also had a demo, but it was very similar to the 2K20 demo, almost identical. As we found out, we still have pie charts, but this is the year we knew a next gen was coming. We knew next gen was coming later in the year, so a lot of people didn't really trip about the demo that year. But ever since, we have not had a demo or a prelude since the next gen consoles. We have not had any indicator of it, and this video is me explaining why I think there may be a chance that we may get it this time. So NBA 2K24 isn't too far away, and it's actually within range to announce a prelude or a demo. In my opinion, I think there may be one this year for a couple reasons. The number one reason why I think there may be a chance is because last year at Community Day, all the people who went to Community Day played on a demo. They all had a version of a demo. All they could do, they played a little bit of the Jordan Challenge. They was in the builder and they showed gameplay with inside the builder. If you look in this picture right here, this is the picture of Community Day. They all have PS5s, and if you look there, there's a small version of the game. This is obviously not the real game. They're not at the real NBA 2K23 screen. They're on like a test demo-ish type thing. So why couldn't they shoot this out to the community? They very well could, and I think they very well might, in my opinion, because this is the year that they're going to probably put more emphasis on next gen. This is going to be the first next gen dominated content drive that I think 2K is going to do. I don't think 2K is going to put too much effort into current gen this year. This is my personal belief. They're going to try to they've been slowly getting y'all off of it. All right, at this point, bro, get off the PS4, okay? Now look, like I've already had talks to y'all about this already. But look, in my opinion, they're going to stop caring about PS4. So if you got a PS4, your experience from now on is going to go downhill. All right, it's gonna start going downhill. Hell, next year you may not even be able to buy it next year. I think 25 is going to be all next gen. There is no more current. I think this is the final year of current gen. So they're gonna just get y'all. They're gonna throw some kind of 2K 21-ish type neighborhood with very few updates. You might not, if there's no seasons, then y'all just gonna get certain things. I don't know what they're gonna do. They might just give y'all all the same rewards as last year. Honestly, they might give y'all a rep reward system, and then you got the tiger on there. You're gonna have the jetpack. You're gonna have that goat mascot. All that's gonna be in that little rep reward bar, man. Y'all all gonna get the exact same stuff as last year. They don't feel like reprogramming new stuff in there. Y'all gonna get the tiger as one of them. All that stuff. That's probably gonna be the legend reward for current gen. You know what I'm saying? The tiger with the levitating chair again. You get to run all that back. They'll give you something to play, but they're not gonna primarily focus on it, man. Now, NBA 2K24 releases on September 8th, a little earlier this year. So if they were going to drop a demo, it would most likely be dropped September 4th or September 1st. And then they'll give us like a week to play the game. Basically, a week to test it. That's what I would believe. If there is a demo, that's when they're going to drop. They're going to drop it either September 1st, that Friday, or they'll drop it that Monday, September 4th. All right, people still going to go to New Zealand accounts and try to play the prelude, the demo early. They still going to play that demo even earlier, but that is when I think they'll drop it, if they drop it, if they're going to drop it. So, in my opinion, they're going to probably drop a My Career trailer probably that last week in August. That's about the time frame that they normally do that stuff. The last week of August, they'll probably drop a My Career trailer. And on that trailer, they'll say the prelude's coming out this weekend or next week. I think that's the highest chance of probability that we have of getting an NBA 2K24 demo. Even if they go ahead and drop us a demo, we still not gonna know diddly squat about a park until, let me see, when that game drops September 8th, we ain't gonna know about park until September 6th, all right, or September 7th at that day or something. It's gonna be like right around it, because that's their best money seller. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to get the sales. Besides pre-order day, that day probably would bring the orders in. You know, if I had to estimate, like before game release, besides the initial pre-order announcing that there's crossplay, they will get a big influx when they drop the park. Because, you know, everybody always freaks out about the park initially when they see it day one. Oh, it's so good. It's huge. You know, we get all hype about it. But until we really get in and see it, then we be like, all right, hold on now. all this running, all this walking we got to do. Man, I got to go about, I feel like I'm in GTA. I got to go 138 miles to the My Career facility. I gotta go 480 meters just to brush my teeth in my apartment. Bro, it's telling you, it's wild. It's wild. And then they give you a bunch of transportation devices to travel to try to cover it up. Like we don't know that this part way too big. So in my opinion, they need to make that joint smaller, way smaller. They need to make it like 2K21 size. You know, if you not next gen, current gens. All right, that was still big. All right. 2K18s was kind of, I mean, that was big, but it wasn't too massive. It was kind of big, but it was nothing like this next gen tier. See, we should have known right there that they was onto something. We should have known right there that they was on some sneaky stuff, because 18, they did some weird stuff, but then 19 and 20, they stopped it. You know, they randomly stopped it. They did a smaller neighborhood. People was happy about it, but I think people still complained back then too. But 19 neighborhood wasn't bad, and the parks were lit. The games were back to back because it was nothing else to do in that park other than hoop. You can shop a little bit, but it was mainly the hoop. You load in there, you know you about to go play basketball. Now 21 next gen, they dropped that park, and people started getting lost. People just be on the phone skateboarding around the park in circles, wasting server space like they do now. You know, you be on your phone right now, or talking on the phone, or just daydreaming, watching YouTube, literally skateboarding around the park. You know what I mean? People I see just skateboarding in circles around the park, not doing anything, bro. Or just walking, being weird and walking with the AIs. That happens way too often. Okay, I'm being too specific because I see it all the time. All right. Yeah, I done got me off topic. So I think there may be an NBA 24 demo. I think it's going to be the return of the demo. I could be wrong, man. They might hold it to 25, but I can see it coming back because one, they had a demo at Community Day. That's the number one. Number two, the community is more in sync now. There's more. It's not as split anymore. There's definitely more next gen. It's close. It's not as close as it used to be though. I think people this year are going to start moving towards next gen. I think there's still people who have PS4s, but I think starting now and moving to the end of this year, it's going to lean way more in next gen's favor. So they know that next gen is going to start taking the lead in this current gen next gen battle in 2K. So I think because of that, I think they're going to probably drop a demo for next gen only, not current gen. Current gen won't get it. I think next gen only. And a demo in 22 and 23 wouldn't make sense because if they dropped a next gen only demo with more of their players on current gen, it wouldn't have made much sense thinking back. I understand why they didn't do it. Now I think there's honestly more next gen players than current. I just think next gen people don't always watch YouTube. But I definitely think there's more next gen than current. Overall in the world, right now, I think there are. Just as me personally, I could be wrong. Chat, let me know what you think. In the comments, if you think there's more PS4 than PS5 people, let me know. And also, do you think they're going to be a 2K24 demo? And do you think they should? Or do you not care about demos at all? You know, I've seen everything in this comment section. You know, y'all be wild. Y'all be wild. It'd be somebody in here talking about I hate demos. Demos are useless. So, you know, let me know how you feel about that. Until next video, I'll see y'all there, man. Peace.